The reassuring communist reality. For decades, these scenes were dictated to artists by the state. The stark images of Valery Черкашин portray that period differently. A tormented melody fills the small spaces of his avant-garde show. Entitled The End of an Epoch, it struggles to make sense of the system that repressed him.
It's not about forgetting the past. I'm returning to the past in order to understand it.
The materials at least are familiar, if not comforting. Sheet upon sheet of the Communist Party newspaper Pravda, drenched in red. The iron fist of the censor has been lifting here since Mikhail Gorbachev came to power. But even a year ago, authorities shut down one of Черкашин's exhibits, calling it anti-Soviet. These days, the avant-garde art world is growing, encouraged by Tatiana Kolodzy's wife and their son in a cramped one-room apartment. They barely scrape by.
We live at poverty level, but at least we have time for creativity.
The price of paint and other materials has shot up like everything else. Valery and his wife Natasha say the use of newspapers is practical as well as artistic, the cheapest medium around.
It's also a unique material from our history. Newspapers were always with us, yet somehow always irritating because there was no real information. I use mainly two colors, red and black. They were tragic times, of course.
Valery doesn't sell much of his work, but that's not the point. I'm trying, he says, to use my artist's imagination to help us work through our history, to find a way out of this epoch and a path to better days. But at the same time, he says, we must not leave the past behind. Claire Shipman, CNN, Moscow.